Why did Messi decide to retire from the Argentina national team? Was it all the pressure? Before we unpack Lionel Messi's brief flirtation with international retirement, let's consider the weight on the shoulders of one of soccer's greatest. Imagine being hailed as the successor to Maradona, expected to deliver your country's soccer dreams on a global stage. That's a bit of what it felt like for Lionel Messi after Argentina's loss to Chile in the 2016 Copa America Centenario final. Messi's decision to retire from the Argentina national team in the aftermath wasn't solely about the pressure, though it undoubtedly played its part. It was a culmination of disappointments and frustrations, bubbling over after missing his shot in the penalty shootout that sealed Argentina's fate in that final. The heartbreak wasn't unfamiliar. It echoed the sentiments of past near misses, including the 2014 World Cup final loss to Germany, and 2 consecutive Copa America final losses to Chile in 2015 and 2016. There's an undercurrent in sports, a kind of invisible narrative that sometimes the gods of the game demand their pound of flesh. For Messi, each loss compounded not just the pressure of international glory, but the weight of a nation's expectations. It was less about not being able to handle pressure. After all, thriving under pressure is what has made Messi's career legendary, and more about the momentary feeling of insurmountability of his challenges with the national team. Venting in that moment of emotional vulnerability, Messi said, "This is the end for me with the national team." It was a snapshot of despair, a raw, unfiltered, knee-jerk reaction to yet another heartbreak on the international stage. But what often gets lost in the narrative is the immediacy of the response to his announcement, the outpouring of support from his fans, his country, and even the president at the time. As I sit here in Portland, often a world away from the fervent soccer cultures of South America, it's clear that Messi's brief retirement was not just about the unbearable pressure. It was a human moment from a player often expected to be superhuman. Messi's retraction of his decision to retire and his subsequent performances for Argentina, culminating in winning the Copa America in 2021, were testimonies to his resilience and his love for the Argentine shirt. It wasn't just the pressure, it was the journey, with its peaks, troughs, and the eventual pinnacle. Sometimes, to appreciate the sun, you have to weather the storm. For Messi, retirement was that storm, a brief withdrawal to gather the strength needed for what would be his brightest dawn. It reminds us all that even the greatest among us are human, and sometimes a step back is what propels us the most significantly forward.